trying to get to that same place to hear him say, well done, good and faithful servant. If we spend all of our time judging and looking and criticizing and pointing out the faults of others, the writer Paul said it won't help you one bit when you're there on that day facing your own judgment.
Praise God.
Now, I know that some people need a helping hand and they need, but oftentimes, have you ever noticed this? Maybe it's just, maybe you can begin to play something soft like, have you ever noticed that maybe it's just me? That the ones that try to speak the loudest against my life are the ones who have made no investment in my life.
Amen.
Oh, you didn't catch that. Amen. See, I can take people coming to me all day long and say, hey, Greg, you need to do this another way. If they love me and I know their position shone in my life. But it just seems to me that the people that scream the loudest have made zero investment into my story. And so how can they come later and tell me all the things I need to do different when they've never made no investment in my life? What's your point? If you want to help someone get to a better place in their life, invest into their lives. Take them to lunch. Love on them. Help them. Care for them. Because I know it's an old cliche saying, but it's true. People don't really care how much you know till they know how much you care. Love them. But don't judge my story. I'll never forget. We was in Philadelphia years ago. Rob was there with me, my parents, a few other people. It's a Thanksgiving Day football game. It's a night game, and the Eagles were playing. I think they was playing the Arizona Cardinals, and we all went. And on Thanksgiving, Rob came down, and I'll never forget that night. You'll never forget that night as long as you live, because we got lost downtown Philadelphia at 1 in the morning. We got off the subway. See, our problem was, the issue was, that when we got on, we looked at this one building as had a unique, and I've been in Philly so much, but normally in the car. But this time we was off the subway and walking, we had a mile to the hotel. But the problem was, this building that we identified in space to know the direction, later we found out it was the same on all four sides. So that direction was no direction at all. You remember that? City Hall, that's what it was. And so we're out walking at 1 in the morning. And SEPTA in Philly, I mean, I guess all subways, subsystems are nasty, but it's nasty. It smells like urine, and you get off and they're late at night, homeless people are laying all around. It was November, Thanksgiving, so it's cool outside. Every bench had a homeless person on it. And as, to be honest, that was the day Rob became my protector in the middle of Philadelphia, walking down with all kinds of strange things happening at 1 in the morning. You don't want to be downtown in a major city at 1 in the morning, but I'll never forget this as long as I live, because I see home. They at the stores pull the gates down, but laying against the gate trying to catch warm this homeless person, and I'll never forget. So many you couldn't help them if you wanted to. Sort of ruin your Thanksgiving. I know that's Sean's mission, and it should be all of ours to help people, but I'll never forget as long as I live thinking, I wonder what their story is. It's easy to say, well, they just don't want to get a job, and some have become trained that way, but many was at war and messed up their mind. Had a family situation that so ravaged them that the only way they know how to live is that way. And I haven't perfected this, Jared, but I'm working on it. Don't judge their story. We see a man or a woman and we just think, God, why do they act like that? You don't know. You may think you know, but don't judge their story. You don't know what they go through. Just look at the tragedy this week in Hollywood. You don't know anybody's story. Don't judge them. I told you when I started Destiny Church,